2 days back, I had recorded a video about reciting the memorized value of pi to 100 decimal places, and I really got encouraging response. Thank you everyone for your word of encouragement. So, we human beings, we need a pat on our backs to keep going. So you gave me enough pat, and then I just took it to the next level. So from memorizing 100 decimal values of pi, now I have taken it to 200 values. So once again I'll be reciting it. This time I'm slightly better turned out, I'm more prepared, I have shaved, so that's one thing. And I am leaving space here. Later on I'm going to add the reference chart in this much portion, so that as I'm reciting it you can keep track of it, that whether I'm saying it right or not. So without further ado, let me get into it. I'll take off my glasses, cover my eyes with the palms of my hand. Here I go. 3.14159265335897933 07816406286 2862 Those were the 100 places. Now the next 100. Here I go. So 821480865132 82306647093844609550 58223170284811745028402701 938521105559 644622948954 93038196. Done. Wow, those were the 200 decimal places of pi recited from memory. Now I'm sure you want to know how I did it. So first of all, let me tell you that I have been into mental mathematics for quite some time. So naturally, organically, I have a good grip over the numbers. Now there are very good techniques like memory palace, using visualization, and major system using phonetics to convert numbers to some words, images. That's one thing, but I did not use that for this purpose. So it was just an experiment to see that my STM, my short term memory, if I can use that, the organic memory, to get the job done. And I just started in good faith. I first memorized the first 10 decimal places, got them right, then took them to the next 10, then the next 10, and then you get addicted to it. So that's how I did it. But another thing, I am not just using the memory as in the written numbers. I spatially visualize the numbers. So when I'm saying 1415, so basically I'm seeing 14 in the number table, I'm seeing 15 on the top of that, and then what you have 9 2. So it's like a diagonal move. I'll leave the number table with the circles and the marking. first 10 to 20 places anybody can get it done using the spatial memory. Spatial memory as in the space. Let me tell you another thing. I give this example. We are hardwired to memorize things with respect to their habitat. Like if I ask you, where is your car key right now? If it's not in your hand, the first thing you would think about is the place where you usually keep your car keys. We all do it like this. We all have designated a spot. So in fact, I read it somewhere. This is the principle of remaining organized. It goes in one line that everything must have a place and everything must go back to its place. That's the only way to remain organized, you know. So let's say you have a kitchen shelf. You always keep your salt in one position, your sugar in one position, the other spices in the other position. So if you have been using the kitchen lot often, without even seeing, automatically while you are making your dish, your hand would reach out to the correct spatial location, you know. Why? Because mind subconsciously already associates it. So this is what I was trying to convey, that using the number table, I have spatially located the 2-digit numbers, you know. I'll just leave it, the number table in the link of the description, and then you would understand what I'm talking about. Of course, anything and everything, you have to work at it, the number table, but then to register the relative position of each and every number, like what is the dwelling place of each and every number. Like number 1, it is in the bottom left corner of the number table, being the lowest number, and number 100 would be in the topmost corner. That means the rightmost corner at the very top spot in the number table. And like that, you know, I see the one big square being split into 4 quadrants, and then I spatially move around, you know, that table to get the job done. Now I'm not recommending that this is the best way to get the job done. Like you know, even I did the Google search and searched on YouTube. There are so many ways of getting the job done. The highlighted ones, of course, are based on the major system, where you know, remove the vowels and you associate the digits with certain sounds, and then you create a word out of them. You'll find many elaborate tutorial, but then it's like little time consuming. Maybe it's like a one-time job to associate the numbers with their visuals, and then after it becomes easy. But upfront it does seem more daunting, and it does seem more complicated than just organically, you know, memorizing the numbers and getting the job done. Alright, so the idea behind making this video, okay, another thing I would like to tell you that, oh, I'm still not wearing my glasses, so let me put them back. Another thing I wanted to tell you was that beyond a certain point it becomes addictive. Now I understand. Earlier I used to think, what a waste of life and time. Why would even somebody bother to memorize pi to 70,000 decimal places? Means, what's the point? What's the purpose? But now I understand. It's the very same reason why somebody would climb Mount Everest. What is there to gain? You know, you tell me, you know, why people climb Mount Everest? Because it's so challenging, you know, and you feel most alive, you feel most, you know, empowered when you take up a challenging task, when you do things that you think you can't do, or you are, you know, unsure that you can complete them successfully, when the chances of failure are much higher than of success. Only then your brain gets most involved. Haven't you heard of the saying, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going? Something like that. Now, I would not like to make a tall claim, and I would not like to bore you every time with every increment of 100, but surely, you know, I aspire to take it to 500 decimal places, which is still nothing, you know, a speck of dust compared to 70,000 decimal places. But to me, it would be a great personal achievement. I think it was Neil Armstrong who had said it, that a small step for a man but a giant leap for mankind. In my case, it may be a small step for the mankind, but it's a giant leap for me personally if I can memorize the first 500 decimal places of pi. I'll be really proud of myself and surely like to pat myself on my own back. So yeah, just as a matter of personal achievement. Thank you for being a patient listener, and this is just for the sake of fun, but I really do intend to post more videos teaching you how to do the mathematical calculations way faster. See, it's all up there. You have to believe you can do it. If you believe you can do it, you can do it. Thank you so much. See you next time.